What's up guys, today I'm gonna review a couple of altcoin charts to see what the best entry looks like to be. Is that a normal sentence? I don't know, but like the video anyway, subscribe to the channel and turn on that bell notification, and let's get right into it. So yesterday I've dropped a video where I said that altcoins are not looking so good and that I think that the total tree is going way lower. Some people, they asked me like, can you check out this and this altcoin? So that's what I'm going to do. But overall, I do want to say that sometimes it's very hard to look at an individual altcoin and to make a good entry for that, especially if they are like kind of in price discovery to the downside. Because then you can throw LTA on it, but it's also depending on the general crypto market, the macro, the regulations that we have right now, potential recession that we're getting. We don't know which altcoin is going to respond how, right? So overall, my main indicator is just the total tree, which I think can go way lower and probably will make new lows, highly likely to make new lows. And it's quite funny though, that a lot of altcoins already sitting at new lows, while the total tree is like, well, it's not far from the low, but it's like quite above still, right? We have to go down another 13%, give or take. And then overall, the altcoin market is sitting at new lows. Well, a lot of them are already. But this is also mainly, I think, because Ethereum is holding up pretty well. Ethereum is sitting at 840, give or take right now. Ethereum is strong. We can say whatever we want, but Ethereum is strong. Nevertheless, although the money stays in Ethereum, the Bitcoin dominance is going up, right? So if Ethereum is not the reason, you know, then in that case, can you imagine how hard altcoins overall are bleeding, right? So the total tree is maybe not even a very fair reflection right now, because if Ethereum was down just as any other altcoin was, then the total tree would have been way lower already, right? And then the Bitcoin dominance would have been way higher already. So I think that we need a good Ethereum reckoning. And yeah, is this the bear market for Ethereum? That's finally, you know, it went down 82%. I must say that I don't know if we're going to take that low out though. I don't know. But at least going back to around 1300 or so, that would really be my level to look out for. And I think that once that happens, you will see that the Bitcoin dominance is skyrocketing. The total tree is sitting at support levels right here. And a lot of altcoins will go down with it. So let's take a look at some individual altcoins. Also, the What Do You Meme token is releasing today. So 1 p.m. UTC, What Do You Meme? Definitely go check it out. I love our community. We have just 310 followers. We didn't do any heavy promotion yet, right? But if you look at how diehard this community is, the amount of likes that we get on our posts and the retweets that we get and how engaged this community actually is, it says a lot about you guys. This is Meme, by the way. This is just his name. It's Meme, and Meme is everywhere. He's on the moon. He's partying with 50 Cent, Ed Sheeran. He's with all these celebrities, and you're going to find out very soon. So that's pretty cool. Now let's take a look at what altcoins you guys wanted me to take a look at. If you want to join the launch for What Do You Meme, insane utility, be in our Telegram or Twitter. Link is down below in the link tree. So someone asked about, yeah, make a video on DAOmaker. Complete video. I might do that in the future. For now, I just want to, like, you know, to look at price charts. But DAOmaker is also, you know, partly also a launch pad, just like Seedify and engine starter. It's quite high cap still. That's one thing, but the price is also finally doing what crypto does, right? Over the last 3 months, it went from, well, $2 to 90 cents, so it came down 50%. And if you look overall over this year, for example, all-time high slightly above $2. If you look at the overall price, it was sitting at around $8, and it's now 10 times as low. So when it comes to price, DAOmaker is pretty strong. A lot of projects came down more than 10x. Yeah, and if you look at market cap, then it's also not so bad because the actual market cap was around 400 million. It's now sitting at 150. So actually you can get a 2.5x out of it and you will be back at all-time highs. So the risk reward right here, I don't know about Dalmaker, but the fact that it didn't came down that much also says something about the strength of the project. But yeah, I would look at levels like $100 million market cap in this case, give or take, to maybe get an entry if you want to get an entry on it. I think that especially now it's down since last month basically, right? It's only down. And I would say that, you know, it's quite, you know, you don't want to catch this. This is a pure falling knife, right? Who knows how far this is going to go. So I'm going to wait for that if I was me. Let's take a look, man. Oh, yeah. Please post in Telegram when I can buy. What do you mean? Yeah, well, today 1 p.m. UTC on PancakeSwap so far. I hope something breaks in the economy. I think it will break. Like, and we have this Binance FUD, and we have like, but guys, please be real. I tweeted this and I look like a fucking hater to some people. I know, but it is what it is, all right? I'm just saying stuff that I have an opinion about, and I don't care what you think about that. Like, for example, I talked I talked once, give or take, about hacks, about being a, you know, stupid, useless Ponzi with no utility, etc., etc., etc. Of course, people that like hacks don't like me saying that, and I get that, but it is true. It is kind of true. And then people will be like, yeah, but look at this, right? Because the price, it went down. Oh, well, look at this. It did an 8x. So you see it's not a Ponzi. No, it did an 8x at first because it came down from, well, it was even higher than this, like 50 cents or so, I think. From that, all the way to 1.5 cents. Right? Hex was one of the hardest crashers in this bear market. Why? Because coins, you know, without utility, with purely hype, don't have anything to fall back on. So people feel like, oh fuck, crypto is crashing. Let me at least take my money out of this because this is like very unsure for me, right? That's why it's crashing so hard. Then of course, after such a hard crash, the rebound is also bigger. But it turns out that these things are not sustainable because in the last 3 months, right, from March until now, this year, from March to where we are right now, look what the Hex did. It came down 94%. 94, right? Wait for it. There's a point. There's a point that I'm going to make with this. But this came down 94% in 3 months. What's really sad is this. I don't even know how much I have to zoom right now. This is the point where Hex came down from, the high basically, right? If Bitcoin would have came down 94%, I can't even. Like wow. What if Bitcoin did that, right? 94%. Would put Bitcoin at around $1,700. And what does Hex have on their website? The better Bitcoin. It's the fucking, like, no. No. Get your money out of speculative coins with no utility. Otherwise, you will lose your money. And you can, and then of course, then these projects, they go tweet like, yeah, but first we made a lot of access. Nice if you got in back then. That goes with everything. If you bought Bitcoin at like $1, you would have made like crazy money as well. But that's not the point, right? It says something like projects with no utility, with that kind of stuff, they don't survive a bear market. It might survive, but in the meantime, you would have lost more money with one single coin if you bought somewhere here than you would have lost with Bitcoin 3 bear markets together, right? Therefore, altcoins are just dangerous. And therefore, I'm willing to, you know, look at altcoins right now, individual altcoins. But guys, I cannot tell which one is going to survive. I don't know. Altcoins could still die. The best altcoins could still die. A lot of altcoins that I'm interested in will probably die, right? A lot will go to zero. And then we have now like, You know, all these regulations and altcoins being securities and everybody mad at the SEC. And it's not really a fair game, I admit that. But on the other hand, we make Ponzi's like hacks. We invest our money in stuff like XTX, FTX and Celsius and all that kind of stuff. And we have a Pepe going right into the top 50. If we don't take ourselves seriously, then how the fuck is the SEC or the government going to take crypto seriously? We're scamming each other all over the freaking place. And now we're surprised that there are regulations? I don't know. It's just it's probably very unpopular opinion that I'm putting up right here. But, you know, I get it. I totally get it. A lot of crypto projects just suck. It's just what it is. And then that's what you get. That was my opinion about something like you give a shit. Okay. You haven't done Vulcan Forged for a while. Hopefully we're here tomorrow. Well, you will. Let me take a look at Vulcan Forged. So again, guys, big disclaimer. I don't know, and that goes for every single project if it's going to survive, right? You know, if I would have gave my opinion, like, I think Vulcan Forged will survive. But you don't know. That's the thing with crypto. The stuff that you don't expect happens. Otherwise, it would be really easy. But yeah, Vulcan Forged, like the thing with Vulcan Forged is still, if you look at the Vulcan Forged dollar pair, right? You look at this chart right here, and you might be like, it's you know, going sideways for a while, right? And yes, that is what it is. It's definitely going sideways for more than a year right now. But that doesn't mean that this was a better entry than this. All right, and I'm explaining to you why, because now we're sitting at 320, give or take, right? June 27 that week, we were sitting at $2.70, right? But if you look June 27 this week, that's here. The Bitcoin pair on Vulcan Forged was sitting at around 1,400 Satoshis, 1,500. Right? We're now sitting at 1,200. So although it's a little higher in dollar, you lost Bitcoin if you lost your Bitcoin worth if you bought it, right? So still you would have been better off if you bought Bitcoin, and now you can buy the low basically for Vulcan Forged, right? And that's the thing. On its Bitcoin pair, it's looking awful. I mean, since April 2022, well, basically since ever, it's making lower highs, right? Lower high or high. Well, this was high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So who am I to say that it does not do something like this, right? Can you get it twice as cheap in a couple of months? Well, yeah, that it's very likely. Maybe not, but it's definitely possible. Like, you must not, if you like a coin, think like, nah, but this is the low, right? That's also what you could have thought here. That's also what you could have thought here. In the meantime, you lost twice your money. So that's the thing. Always be cautious with that kind of stuff. So Vulcan Forged, yeah, on its dollar pair, of course, it's looking a little bit better. Still, it's making lower highs since October 2022. We had a high, well, you know, high, slightly lower, high. So it's going down slow but steady, slow but steady. And the real altcoin capitulation could take it down hard. You know, because what if Ethereum goes down? Just to let you know this. What if Ethereum goes down, for example? Which I'm pretty surprised that it didn't do it already, right? Ethereum will go down to maybe 1,300. Like I said, that will take the Bitcoin dominance up a lot. If the Bitcoin dominance goes up a lot, yeah, you can bet that altcoins on their Bitcoin pair go down a lot. Now, if that happens, then you have to take a look at your individual altcoin. And then you'll be like, okay, if Vulcan Forged Bitcoin goes down a lot, you know, where's the support sitting? Well, we have a little support here, but that's not much. right? That's from the point where we are right now, you know, give or take 6-7% or so, right? That's not enough for a big crash in the dominant, or a, you know, moon in the dominance, so a crash for these Bitcoin pairs. So Vulcan Forged also will go into price discovery on its Bitcoin pair, right? Will go down a lot. Depending on what Bitcoin does by then, it can decide what Vulcan Forged is going to do on its dollar pair, because there's not a lot of room as well. So if that happens, and Bitcoin in the meantime also decides to have a correction, which I think, because if Ethereum goes down that much, it's probably because Bitcoin is also going down, then there's also no room for this. And then we finally break down below. And $2 Vulcan Forged, I think we can definitely see that in that case. And, you know, maybe I'm wrong with everything. Maybe, right? But luckily, so far, I have not been wrong about it. Right? I've said like a couple of months ago already, like quite some months ago, I think, like, well, this scenario, right? And the total 3 going down, and be cautious with altcoins. And so far, I'm happy that I haven't bought them yet, right? Because so far, right, again, this is still going down, right? And I can almost show any altcoin that shows the same thing, right? Illuvium, yeah, not like people were talking months ago, like, oh yeah, but Illuvium. Well, no, Illuvium is looking terrible, terrible. Not buying Illuvium, fuck no, right? So yeah, that's just an example. Okay, take a look at Illuvium. Well, fucked up. Now, yeah, I mean, let me take a look at the dollar chart. So the dollar chart for Illuvium, yeah. Bro, let me get rid of this. So the thing with Illuvium on its dollar pair is that it went up a lot, of course. Came a lot down. It found a pretty stable price floor here at around $37. If you don't give a shit about all that I'm saying about Bitcoin and the dominance and buying back with Bitcoin later, which will make you way more money than buying with USDT, by the way. But if you don't care about that and you want to buy with dollars, right, then you might want to take a look at this level right here. Not saying that this is not possible, right? It's, in fact, I think this is highly likely, right? But you cannot, like, and then if we are there, then it's probably likely that it goes there, and that goes on forever, right? And you don't want to never buy because it can always come down more. So you have to get some point for yourself, like, okay, this just looks like a good point for me to DCA into a project. Now, when I look at Illuvium, I do think that if you get your nice first entry, DCA entry at around $37, $38, it's a very decent entry. Can you go lose that money in the meantime? Yeah, that's absolutely possible. But that's the thing, right? I mean, if you dollar cost, let's say here, if you dollar cost here, if it goes down, and let's say it goes down even more, dollar cost here, then your average will be somewhere around here, right? That's fine. Because then if Illuvium decides in a bull market to do something like, I don't know, maybe this, right? That's fine, right? If this is the top for Illuvium and you buy it right here, look, 15x. It's nice, right? That's definitely not bad. Because yeah, you can buy it right now, you make an 8x. Right? It's a big difference. It's a really big difference. That's twice the money you can make. Right? That's a huge difference. So yeah, Illuvium dollar, well, kind of an example. Illuvium Bitcoin, like I said, yeah, I don't know. Well, I do know. It looks freaking terrible. Completely terrible. Let me see. It depends. Like if you put it off lock or on lock, it changes the view, right? But I do think that this gives us a more realistic view at the moment, because if you put it off lock on your trading view, you might think like, especially if you do this, like, oh, it's going sideways, let's buy, right? Well, no, It's not going sideways. This is absolutely not sideways, right? It's sideways if I turn my screen sideways. But you know, on its Bitcoin pair, it's just falling, man. It's just falling. And the important tools right here are, for example, the bull market support band, right? It doesn't have a lot of history right here, but yeah. If it went back here, then you can definitely say that at least this period in, you know, end of 2021 in the bull market, we were above the bull market support band. But for the rest, Illuvium has never been above it, like except here, like, which was basically a fake out, right? Let's first see that we can break that, right? Because if this bull market support band goes on like this and maybe this and this, it's the battle, right? It's the battle. And so far, it's being rejected for like 1.5 years. Who says that it's going to break in the next attempt? That's like not so realistic to think. And at a certain point it will, but you have to take your chances, right? So it can come down way more and maybe then break it, right? And yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But this looks really terrible to me, to be honest. And I don't have a certain point on this chart where I would say, oh yeah, I'm a buy right there. Definitely not. What I'm gonna do is, I just look at the Bitcoin dominance. Look at this dominance right here. It's like it's trying to break out right now, right? While Bitcoin is going down right now, the dominance is going up. Right? I mean, over the last couple of weeks, Bitcoin is making lower highs, right? But also, if you look at the dominance, it's making higher highs. So it shows that altcoins are getting wrecked. Like I just saw the total 3 going to 330 billion already. So it's lower again. So I thought like, oh, is Bitcoin going down? And I looked like, oh, no, it's still 26.5, right? The dominance going up. Therefore, you will see these charts go down a lot. Very quickly, this was a lot of general information and opinions, by the way. But can you give your thoughts on H-bar, Chain Guardians, and ads shares, I think? Let's start with H-bar. Do I have it here? I don't even know. H-bar USDT. And always, guys, if you look on TradingView, put in the Bitcoin pair as well, right? So H-bar, I tracked it once. Let me see. Yeah, the low for H-bar was 3.5 cents. We're now sitting at almost 5. But I would, if I look at this chart, I do think that it will at least retest this, at least, because there is some strong, like, it has a lot of history, so it's easier to do some TA on it. But this was, resistance. We had support here. We had resistance here. We had support here. So, that it will turn out to be support, won't be surprised. But it's a very dangerous one, though, because, again, if we break that support and we go down, then this is the level, right? Sorry, wait. Then this around 3 cents is the level in that case, right? But that's the final level. All right, that's the final level. But because if you look at this chart, what's there, right? There's nothing. There's nothing. So if we do break this 3 cents, yeah, then it can get like insanely nasty for H-bar, and it doesn't mean like it has to go to the next support point or whatsoever, right? It can always create support somewhere, but there's at least nothing to really fall back on, like maybe this a little bit, right? Well, I don't know. But yeah, I think that if you want to dollar cost into this project, you can try a little bit at 3.8 cents, but it really depends on the altcoin market by then. I don't know. I don't know. H-bar Bitcoin. Yeah. Yeah, that's not looking so good, is it? Yeah, no. Look, and the thing is, I also have the stochastic RSI here, right? And once we're here, this is oversold, usually where you want to buy, and over here is overbought. That's usually where you want to sell. It doesn't mean though that you now feel like, oh, now we can buy, right? Look what happened over here. We were oversold right here. Was sitting at 290 Satoshi, give or take, right? But at the moment we came out of that oversold territory, we were sitting at freaking 90 Satoshi, right? Went 3 times as low. So you can rather wait for it to break out and miss this part of the run than just buy too early, right? And that's what I will get a lot on this channel, because at a certain point altcoins will go back up, and you know, I'm not here to try the time things. So people will probably say, you missed out on that one. Yes, I can already tell you that I'm going to miss out on that one. And I can already tell you that I don't give a fuck, because that's not the main goal on a bear market is not to lose money, right? Don't even think about really making money right now. You want to prepare yourself to make money. And that's by getting entries where it looks more certain that it's a confirmed and a solid entry, instead of just buying random dips while it can crash way harder after that. Chain Guardians, is that project still alive? Do I have it here? I have all random shit in this. I do have it. There's no Bitcoin pair for this one, but I can already tell you that the Bitcoin pair on this one is not looking good. Or is there? No, but the Bitcoin pair will look terrible, of course, because it's already, when it comes to the dollar, sitting so low, right? So Chain Guardians is also, it's below its bull market support band right here. It just got rejected again. This one is very likely to make new lows and can go way lower than where it is right now. I'm not fucking around with that one. And you were talking about ads shares, I think it is, right? Ads. Oh, Alchemy? Okay, I don't know that one, I think, but let's take a look. So that's that one. What the fuck is it? Sorry, man. Alchemy. How do I get this Bitcoin pair already? Well, at least, yeah. Oh no. Yeah, also, I don't know what it is, but even compared to Bitcoin, it went down like 3 times, well, 4, even more than that in a couple of months. So not looking good, not looking good. 25 cents went to 6 cents. Yeah, this is just like, I don't know. You can maybe very cautiously dollar cost a little bit if you really like the project, but yeah, no. Okay, the last one we're gonna do it a bit quick because the video is taking quite long. Sorry for that. Can you do TA on Gala, Seedify, Altura, and Core? I don't never know how to pronounce that thing. Let's start with Gala. Of course I can. Let me take a look. Gala. I can already tell you Gala is looking terrible. So yeah, it's in my dollar buy zone though. I've drawn this green box right here because this is just like the level. Like you have a lot of stuff going on right here, you have a lot of stuff going on right here. So overall for the long term, I do think that this is for a first DCA, that this is definitely not bad. Do you want to hear my opinion about if it can go back right here? Well, it's not live, so I'm just giving it to you. Yeah, I think it can. A couple of months ago, I would have said, no, Gala, too hard of a pump. But that was just, that was not true. In hindsight, it was bullshit, to be honest. So sorry for that, but I do think that Gala can go back down there. Easy, by the way, because it's very simple. it's just 40%. I think altcoins will bleed 40%. Plus, Gala is quite high cap as well, so it has a lot of room to go down in the first place. Plus, if you look at the Bitcoin pair, sucks, right? But on the other hand, it's hard. These are the hard decisions in crypto. Why? Well, it's very likely that Gala will put in new lows on its Bitcoin pair, and then it can go very hard, right? It's now 97 Satoshis, give or take, right? Can it go to like 30? Well, 40 maybe? Yes, for sure. So can you lose half of your money? Well, you don't lose if you don't sell. I know that, but you know what I mean. If you buy right now, yes, that's possible, for sure. On the other hand, back here, when we had this downwards run, you know, if you would have bought here, you would have made some fantastic gains out of it as well. So isn't this like second chance? But the problem is people did not know this, right? You didn't know that this was the best entry until it was, right? Because that's also what you could have said here or here or here, right? And of course, there are always people that are lucky and whatever, but you don't know this. We don't know now as well. All I know is, you know, is this. It's like, it's a very last price floor that we have for Gala. This is the last support. It's not strong support, right? We had a little fake out over here and we had this 2 weeks over here. That's it, right? So if this is the support that you want to catch, yeah, then you should catch it for sure. But if we break it again, yeah, then it's fucked up. So what you can also, what I would do in these kind of scenarios is not rushing, not buying like, oh no, I should buy. It doesn't depend on the minute. I was like that back in the day. That will wreck you, by the way. But you can also look like, okay, is it going to bounce, right? Man, if it's going to bounce and you buy it like 10 Satoshis more expensive or so, does it really matter? Do you, if you believe in Gala so much, right, that you really want to buy right now, then you probably think it's going way higher. Then what does this little difference make, right? So I would wait for a bounce on this. But Gala overall can really go both sides. Can really go both sides. Overall, I do think that, look, I mean, the Bitcoin phenomenon is like, it's going up. And Gala is not resistant to that. So, yeah. You also asked for IMX. IMX, like, IMX, yeah, this is what we want, basically, right? I mean, I know some influencer that said like, oh, IMX, anything under $1 is cheap. Yeah, come on, people bought at 99 cents then, right? It's now fucking 68. Can it go down further? Yeah, it is strong support right here as well. Just like Gala, it's huge support, but this is not the last support at least, right? But it's good support for IMX. Getting the first DCA into here could be. If you really, but it's only if you feel like, oh man, I don't have this at all and I really don't want to miss out. Then you might want to consider doing that, right? If you look on the Bitcoin pair, yeah, it's also sitting at support right now. So it's sitting kind of at double support, but also on its Bitcoin pair, it doesn't have a lot of room, like this last support and then it's free fall as well. You also asked for Seedify. Yeah, Seedify is looking fucked up. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking really terrible, which is good, especially for what do you meme. The lower this goes, the more money the what do you meme holders will make. I can promise you that. So let it go down. Seedify is sitting at the double bottom, basically, right? We had the bottom right here, 78 cents. We here went to 79 cents at the lowest. That's what we're sitting right now. So quite the perfect double bottom, if you ask me. That's usually a bullish sign, right? You have down, blow. That's not what I expect though. But it's not a guarantee. It can also play out like down, right? Yeah, so that's a gamble you're taking. Now, purely chart-wise, you know, around 65 cents should be the next level, and then around 50 cents, maybe 37, could happen, right? The problem here is that compared to BNB, it's looking terrible. It just made a new low on its BNB pair as well, right? That's the thing, because BNB is already getting wrecked, right? BNB is now, it was one of the strongest coins together with Matic, but it took a big hit. We'll recover. I'm not worried about that. But BNB took already a big hit. But Seedify is already, you know, going down against BNB. So it's very simple. Seedify is down against BNB, but BNB is down against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is down against the dollar. So how do you think that the Seedify dollar chart is looking like? Yeah, that's going down quite hard, of course, right? So yeah, Seedify has to recover now. Let me put it like that. And if it doesn't do it, and the altcoin market keeps bleeding a little bit, and the dominance goes up, or Bitcoin corrects, or Ethereum corrects, it's like you only have to do, and Seedify goes down a lot. So I'm being very careful with Seedify right now. Over the long run, I believe a lot in this project, and I think that, you know, we will see way higher prices than where we are right now. So I'm a little bit, I don't really give a shit about all of that when it comes to Seedify though. But yeah, overall, it's just like you will get a better entry on that. And Seedify, look, I mean, I can show you this as well. There's also a Seedify Bitcoin chart. It's not visible on TradingView, but we do have it right here. And I haven't seen it for a long time, but I do think that the Seedify Bitcoin chart is looking disgusting. So this is some not safe for work stuff that you're going to see right now. Seedify against Bitcoin. Yeah. Lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. Look, this was from the top of the bull market to where we are right now, right? It was sitting at around 280 Satoshis to, or 300 Satoshis, right? Here, 3,000, I don't even know. Now, sitting 4 zeros, sitting 10 times as low against Bitcoin. 10 times as low. Well, Bitcoin is, of course, also 3 times as low against the dollar. Right, but Seedify, you know, it's making lower lows on its Bitcoin pair, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. Like I said, you can create support out of the blue, but yeah, that can happen everywhere. That's not like, you know, TA-able. If I just look at this chart, yeah, lower low, lower low, lower high. If we have to compare it to, you know, where we were here, yeah, okay. This is support for Seedify right here, and that's around the same level. We also have support at slightly lower than that. So if it bounces here, that's a good sign. If we break that support though, Seedify can come down like twice as much on its Bitcoin pair. Yeah, and what happens to the Seedify price is very dependable on what Bitcoin will do by then. If Bitcoin goes down, then Seedify is going to get completely destroyed, which will make you very rich. If you get that entry, then wow, I want to get that entry, yeah, though, because that's beautiful. Last, and I'm gonna wrap it up. Altura. You know, Altura, just like, if you just look at the fundamentals and the partnerships, and I think that Altura is a very good play. It's one of the reasons why this chart is looking like this, right? It went down from, or up from 0.007 to 0.05. So it did like a 8x, 7x, 8x, my math sucks, fuck it. So it's super strong, right? Now it's finally going down towards 3 cents. It's not enough for me though. It's not enough for me, for sure not. If I look like, man, yeah, this is bullshit, by the way. I should not do the fake outs. Yeah, it's sitting at the 0.382, give or take right now. So that should be support right here. The bull market support band is coming inside. If we bounce off of that, then it's very bullish. If we break that, then I think that Altura could easily come down to 2 cents, maybe even, well, slightly lower than that. These are great entries then. That's a great entry. And fuck, that's Copy, right? Or am I stupid? I'm fucking stupid. Sorry, guys. Let me check. No, I'm not stupid. Well, I am, but not based on this. Okay. Tokenomics suck though. No trading volume as well. Is this project still a little bit alive though? Okay. Let me take a look. I don't know about this. Copy. Why are there no charts? What the fuck? It's just on. Oh. Okay. It doesn't look so good. Dex. Fucking Dex tools, man. What is this? I don't know what it is. All right, let me go there. All right, let me check. There's quite some liquidity for this small cap. So it should have quite, well, total cap 100 million. All right, let me take a look. Weekly. Last one, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Sorry, long video. Okay. So it was 8 cents. Came down to 1 cent. It's not bad. It's not 3.4. Yeah, I would say 2.5 cents is something that I would definitely consider to be a strong support point. Volume is definitely taking off right here, so it's weakening. I don't know how long this is going to hold. If we get a bounce, then it might go to 4 cents, 4.2. Yeah, overall, I think that this could definitely come down. And can it make new lows? Yeah. Can happen. Like, but that's not because I'm like bearish on this altcoin. I'm like you know already, I'm bearish on the complete market at the moment. And at some point, I will be wrong. And then it's time to admit that, step into crypto, and you know, admit like, okay, I did not catch the bottom. We don't need to. In the meantime, we are not losing money, at least. That's fine. All right, so guys, that's it. I want to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. 1 p.m. UTC. Be on our Twitter. Be on our Telegram. Check out our website. The hype is real on Twitter. You see it right there. It's quite crazy. We're doing a giveaway. Currently, it's going on. It's right here. 200,000, what do you mean, tokens, price at around $700. So that's $175 per person that you can win just by going to this Gleam giveaway right there. You know, follow us on Twitter and Telegram, and that's kind of it. So free money can't hurt in the bear market. Guys, thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon.